Coming up on Let's Get to the Points.
In a world full of hotels.
Just kidding.
It's a big hotel status megasode tonight.
If the price is not free, I don't want it. But perks like these are the reasons why we're having this episode today to discuss whether elite status is worth it.
Do I need to have globalist free next year? So it's debatable whether I'll have it again after this following year.
What? I have no status with Hilton. I think we're all in this for the game. If you no longer have to work for it, it's not as fun.
You know, that's interesting, Miguel. For me, the game is kind of exhausting.
Now, let's get to the points. She loves elevating family travel into a luxurious, affordable, and unforgettable experience. It's Serena. When he's not on the road, he's finding the deals that'll get him there. It's Miguel. She has taken her family from Spirit to Etihad First Class, but she's only loyal to a great deal. It's Nicole, and his true love is traveling the world in first class, using his points and miles, that is. It's Mitch Shannon.
Hi there. Thank you for joining us on Let's Get to the Points audio video podcast, where we bring you the very best in tips and tricks in the world of miles, points, and travel. I'm Mitch Shannon, joined by my co-hosts, who are the very best experts when it comes to everything points, miles, and travel. First up, she is the queen of Hilton Honors Awards. It's Serena.
Hi, everyone.
Occasionally, he doesn't use his Marriott points for hotels. He uses them for experiences. It's Miguel.
Hey, what's up?
And if she's staying at a Hyatt, it better have a lounge. It's Nicole.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Please help us out. Click that subscribe button now below to our YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch or listen. Also, don't forget, sign up for our weekly newsletter where we send you the latest news and points and miles every week, every Friday. Now let's do it. Let's get to the points. Okay, we're back for the new year. Thanks for joining us. Last week, we talked all about airline status. Is it worth it? What our plans are for 2025. I think it's the most Miguel has ever talked in one of our episodes.
I don't think today will be any different.
You were pretty passionate about that episode, Miguel.
Yeah, I was. I tried to restrain myself, but it didn't work a lot.
No, it was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, you know. This week, we're going to cover hotel status and is it worth it? We're going to transition a little bit. How to get it, some of the perks, the features of each program. Serena tonight, she's going to cover the Hilton Honors program. Miguel's going to talk about Marriott Bonvoy. Nicole has got you covered with the World of Hyatt program, and I'm going to dig in to the IHG One Rewards program. It's a big hotel status megasode tonight. But can I first share a funny story with you all?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so we're currently traveling and we're in Melbourne, Australia right now for the tennis. And we stopped in Singapore on our way here. Me and my P2, we did something a little different this year. We split on our outbound travel. And of course, I had a little P1 guilt because I couldn't get us 2 award seats together. So I put him on the nonstop to Singapore and I flew EVA with a very brief stop in Taipei. And that's very important because it was a great flight. Service was excellent. Food fantastic. One leg, they served what seemed to be like a full lobster. It was absolutely delicious. Gonna show you the pictures of this.
Wait a minute, Mitch.
Yeah.
Were the eyeballs on the lobster still?
No.
That's a full lobster.
No, it was cracked and everything. Everything was moved. It was very, very clean. It was just the meat. No eyeballs.
Okay. So we're talking full lobster tail.
No, it wasn't. It was the full lobster meat. So it was the claw. It was
with the claw.
Yeah, it was everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
So you said you gave your player 2 the nonstop. I would have preferred the EVA with a stopover in the lounge. I think Nicole would too. So did you really do it for him or?
Good point.
Good question. I don't know about that. I much would have rather have preferred the nonstop myself, but that's just me. Anyway, when we were departing LA, we had a little delay, so I didn't get that lounge time in Taipei after all, because it ate into my ground time there. Anyway, something to do with the weight and balance of the cargo and the calculation of the numbers of the takeoff. I was already a couple glasses into my pre-departure champagne, so I really couldn't have cared less what they were talking about. Then the purser, she comes over to me and she starts talking to me, and I wasn't sure why. And, you know, basically she just wanted to talk about Taiwan, what a great country it is, all the fun things to do. And then I said, I got to ask you a question. is it pronounced EVA or is it EVA Air? So she paused and she said, it's EVA. EVA is, and then she paused and laughed and like, stupid Americans, you don't call it EVA. She said, no, it's EVA. And then very passionately, she said, it's E separate, V separate, A separate.
Wait, she said separate?
Yes. E separate, V separate, A separate, just so you know. So there you go. Very clear on how to pronounce the airline name. It's EVA. I thought that was funny. I wanted to share that.
This is a perfect place for my new Japanese word, Bapagaijan.
Are you going to tell us what it means?
Stupid foreigners. That was the one word apart from arigato nasaimasu that I used all trip.
Say that again, Nicole.
Arigato. Now I'm second guessing it. Let's just go with arigato.
Okay. So, Mitch, you've taught us before, in order to know the correct pronunciation of an airline, you look and hear the flight safety video. They will say it correctly on that, right? I flew EVA in economy during our winter trip, and I paid attention to the flight safety video, and they did say EVA.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. And I love how you confirmed it with an FA.
E separate, V separate, A separate, just so we're all clear about
Got
that.
it.
Wait, so what does EVA stand for?
Oh, good question. I didn't get that far.
Does everyone
I guess I
know?
should have asked that. No, tell us.
I know what the E stands for.
Evergreen, right?
Yes.
It's the shipping company, right? The green shipping company, I think.
Okay, if you guys out there in the audience know what the E separate, V separate, A separate means, leave a comment down below. We would love to know what the V and the A stands for.
So, Miguel, you're traveling, and from what I saw on social media, you did JAL first.
It looked that good, huh? It's actually Japan Airlines business class. I do have the new Japan Airlines first class book, but not until March. So I flew Japan Airlines business class on their new A350 from New York to Tokyo for the weekend. And then I fly back on ANA, and this one will be in first class. So a little bit of both.
Nice. So there was this one time I had ANA first class booked, but then I had 3 little bears that I had to take care of. So I had to ditch that plan.
You should have ditched the 3 little bears.
I know. But Nana said not to leave them because they would not make it back to the United States. So I stayed with them.
I don't want to take up too much time talking about my flights because this is a hotel episode. So I'm going to talk about hotels, even though I'm talking about Marriott. Did I say it right? Marriott? I forget. Even though I'll be discussing Marriott, I'm actually staying at a Hyatt property. You guys need to vote on whether you want this as a background or if you want the view. So I'm going to open up the curtain.
Oh, I want the view. Ooh.
Oh, nice. Yes. View, please.
Oh,
look at that.
Tokyo Tower.
Right behind you. And there goes your lighting.
You need to lower it to like a third.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on, Miguel, quick question. How did you book it and what did you eat on your flight?
Mitch, I'm not talking about the flight because it's a hotel episode. So you're going to have to wait for a vlog or something else for those details because we're here to talk about hotels today. So you can ask me whatever you want about where I'm at. I'm at the Andaz here in Tokyo. And yeah, this is an awesome view. I'm in a standard room, king room, tower view room. It's pretty big. I would show you, but my wife's not here to keep me organized. So there's stuff all over the room. I'll just put in some pictures in the B-roll. So this is a king size standard room, tower view, and it has a very long couch. So you could actually, I think, Nicole, you could use this for your family because I think both of your kids would fit on this couch. It's so long that they would both fit.
So we're talking tandem style, right?
Like this.
Tandem sleeping. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
Okay.
Not
Head to head.
next to each. Yeah. Or feet to feet. I'm just glad to be back in Japan because I love these toilets. I don't have to tell you guys about the toilets,
God.
right?
No.
They know you're coming.
Toilets.
They open, they get ready, warm seat, all that. But I found something I hadn't seen before. These are the products that they have here. I have them ready for you guys. I know you guys love these.
Oh my God, that's a big bottle.
At an Andaz.
Yeah.
And they are, the hotel thinks they're Serena and Nicole proof because you can't open it.
Oh, no way.
Figure that out.
Oh, you
Been
can't
there,
even-
done that.
Smart.
Got the t-shirt.
But Nicole, I'm sure will see this as a challenge. And
I already accepted it. I completed the challenge. All you need is a Q-tip.
So they have,
The more you know.
So I don't know if you guys have seen this because they have the shampoo, the conditioner, the lotion, and the body wash. But there's something else that I hadn't seen before. Have you guys seen this?
Is that the mouthwash?
Oh,
What's that?
No. You want me to read it to you?
Yeah, what is it?
Is that perfume?
It's post-poop
spray.
drops.
Nice.
Oh, I had no idea.
Let me read this to you. Aesop post-poop drops.
By the way,
In
it's
instance-
Aesop. It's Aesop.
Aesop. Yeah, my producers tell me it's Aesop. So Aesop post-poop drops in instances where vigorous activity has occurred in the bathroom. Dilute several drops of this carefully crafted product in the toilet bowl after flushing for the benefit of all subsequent visitors.
Nice.
So you've used it 3 times a day, right?
Yeah, I just have it like dripping the whole. You'll be pleased to find out that this is 100 mLs, Nicole, so you wouldn't have to check
the
the
bag it
bag.
goes.
The entire bottle.
But does it work? Can you endorse it? That's what I want to know.
You know, I don't know if it was that, but because I went to breakfast this morning, and as soon as I walked in, I was like, it smells good in here. So I've never really noticed the smell of a room until this time.
Oh God, I cannot.
Only with Aesop.
I booked this using a category 1 through 7 free night certificate from Hyatt that I earned from having 60 elite nights last year. When you earn that certificate, you have 6 months to use it. So this certificate would expire in April, and I don't have anything planned or booked until April. So I figured this was one of the best uses for this certificate. The nightly rate was going for about $700-800 per night. So I figured, why not use it here? So this is why I booked the Andaz.
Great choice.
Plus, there is a taco spot like right next door. As soon as we're done recording today, I'm going to head over there and I'm going to check it out.
Can you ask them if they have taco rice?
Well, I don't know what they have.
It's traditional tacos, Mexican style.
Yeah, no, it's a place from LA. But before tacos, I had breakfast this morning, and that was complimentary because I have Hyatt Globalist status, which is one of our favorite perks with Hyatt Globalist status. Here for breakfast, you can have a la carte. It's a buffet style, but it's a la carte. So they don't have it up on a table. You ask for whatever you want, as much as you want. It's unlimited. So I did start out with a Japanese udon breakfast set, but I really like eggs for breakfast. So when they came back, I then asked for the eggs Benedict, and then I asked for the French toast. It's not a lot of food. They're small portions. All right. I'll show you pictures because don't think I ate a lot. Well, I can eat a lot.
We wouldn't judge you, Miguel. You're allowed to eat as much as you want.
Should have seen how much I ate yesterday, my first day here. I went to Ichiran, a ramen place.
Yes.
And I had kaidama, you know, the refill. Maybe like 10 minutes after I walked out, I saw a queue at a little restaurant. I said, this must be good because people are waiting. So I looked it up. It was maybe like 10 minutes from opening. So I said, yeah, I guess I'll just wait because by the time it's my turn, I'll probably be hungry again. Well, I got in line. That line ended up being 2 hours long. The wait is long because it's a shop that only fits 5 people at a time. The specialty there is the dipping noodles. They bring you the noodles separate from the broth and then you dip them in right before you eat them. And that was a specialty. So I did have that right after I had just eaten ramen, 2 hours prior. One of the other elite status perks with Hyatt that we like is upgrades, complimentary upgrades, including suites. The thing about the property that I'm staying at today, the Andaz, is that they don't participate in that program because they only have 8 suites. So they don't have any standard suites. You can't get upgraded using your suite upgrade awards or anything like that. There have been people that have gotten upgraded to the suites, but, you know, that's kind of like your mileage may vary. I didn't. I tried. I asked when they emailed me asking what time I was going to arrive and if I needed anything. And they said they could give me a price for the suite upgrade. I said, no, you know, that's, I know if the price is not free, I don't want it. But perks like these are the reasons why we're having this episode today to discuss whether elite status is worth it with some of these big chains and whether you should go for it.
So since you are talking about Hyatt and that Andaz, Miguel, that's a really nice property. I'm actually here in Melbourne at the Grand Hyatt, and I booked this a year ago, and we're here for 8 nights, and we got a suite for all 8 nights. I used a free night certificate and I used a suite upgrade award, but you're saying those awards are only good for 7 nights. How did you get it for all 8? So I'm back to my shenanigans again. So I did 2 separate reservations. I did 1 reservation on points for 7 nights and I applied the suite upgrade award. And then I booked the first night using a certificate in just a regular room. We were going to move rooms. We were going to be fine if we just had the regular room because we wanted the suite for 7 nights. Kind of like you, Miguel. I didn't want to pay extra or do anything extra. And I wanted to burn that certificate I had from my Hyatt credit card. Well, when we got here, they merged the reservations all into one and they put us into the suite on the first night. That first night that I used that free night award, we ended up getting upgraded all the way to the suite. Now, here's the thing. I looked this up, what the price goes for this suite. It goes for $780 per night. For my points and for my certificates, everything, I'm getting almost $780 worth of value each night out of that. So I think that's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, Mitch, that's a great deal. I had a similar situation at the Grand Hyatt Hong Kong a few weeks ago where the first night I booked a standard room because they didn't have any suites available. And then the next 2 nights I booked a standard room and was able to use a suite upgrade award. And then they were able to put me in the suite for all 3 nights, which is very nice. But I love how you got it for all 8 nights.
Yeah. And well, you too. I mean, you got it for your whole stay too. So that's great.
It is nice when the property is able to do that for us.
My first year at Hyatt, I didn't have access to Suite Upgrade Awards. So I just went on my charm and we got a couple of free upgrades. And that is what lit the fire for me to start chasing Hyatt status. All right. As you know, Hyatt is my absolute favorite hotel status. And I think currently my only hotel status. Now that I have status with Hyatt, I have stayed, I want you to guess how many nights I've stayed this year. Let's just say it's way more than I expected. And so I picked up a bunch of suite upgrade awards. Now, how am I going to use all of this? Because it's always an issue. You find the room, but then you can't find the standard suite availability. Well, MaxMyPoint now has this option where you can set alert for standard suite availability. So if you book your hotel, but you really wanted to book a suite and they didn't have one at the time, you can set an alert for the dates that you want. And when a standard suite becomes available, they will send you notification. If this is not the ultimate Happy New Year gift, I don't know what else is. This is the perfect time for you to get MaxMyPoint. Check out the show notes for our special and exclusive discount code. So all of us are globalists here, including Miguel. I think he's hanging on by a string.
It's the beginning of the year. What do you mean? Maybe intention-wise? I don't know.
Are you going to make it this year, Miguel?
I don't know. Can I have one guest of honor award from each of you? I'll be good with that.
If you had an opportunity to pick any hotel, there's any 2 hotels, where would you use a suite upgrade award?
Well, I haven't stayed there yet, but I've heard really good things about the Grand Hyatt Kauai. So that would probably be my pick.
How about you, Serena?
I have a reservation for later this year at the Park Hyatt Kuala Lumpur. I would love to use a suite upgrade award there.
Mitch?
I'm staying at the Park Hyatt Sydney next week, but I can't use a suite upgrade award there, but I would love to use one though.
That's so true. Yeah.
So why can't you use one?
They're excluded from the program, kind of like the Andaz, because they don't have the availability.
I would like to use my suite upgrade award at a place like Miguel. I don't even have a reservation for Alila, and I'm going to butcher the name. Vanuatu?
That's Survivor, Nicole.
Oh my God. How about we just go with the Alila in Bali? Is that better?
There you go.
Tell me, what is the name, Serena?
Uluwatu, right?
That's it. That's it.
So.
There we go. Yeah, I saw a video of it today and I was like, I know Mitch doesn't love Bali, but this hotel might make me change my mind.
It's called Alila Villas Uluwatu.
So we know Hyatt's the best, but we want to talk about other hotels. I know we're going to save like 5 minutes for the other ones. Normally you save the best for last, but we're leading off with the greatest, the industry standard for hotel status, Hyatt Globalists. So all of us here already have Hyatt Globalists. Some of us are hanging on by a string. Some of us may make it. Some of us are headed towards lifetime globalist status. I think one of the coveted hotel statuses because it's not that easy to acquire, but it also has what I consider the best benefits. So the Hyatt brand of hotels has 4 categories for their elite status. The first level of status is membership. And all you need to do is create an account and you'll be a Hyatt member. You're going to earn 5 base points per dollar spent at any Hyatt hotel. And if you're at a Hyatt studio, it's going to be half of that, which is 2.5 points. You can earn free nights. You get member rates. You'll get waive resort fees. You even get the benefits from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And you get the Peloton benefits. Remember, you can earn points by doing Peloton workouts. For Discover status, you need to have 10 qualifying nights. You have access to the same benefits as a member, but you're going to earn 10% bonus on eligible purchases, access to premium internet, bottled water, and sometimes preferred room types. You'll even have access to a late checkout of 2 p.m. where available. Now, this is where things start to really get interesting. The next level is called Explorers. You need 30 nights to earn Explorers, and you'll have all of the benefits of Discoveries. And now you are going to be given a 72-hour guaranteed availability. Sometimes you'll even get room upgrades when you have Explorer status if it is available. And the top tier is Globalist status. You need to have 60 eligible nights to qualify for Globalist, and your benefits include things like upgrades to suites when available, 4 p.m. late checkout, 48-hour guaranteed availability, access to club lounge and breakfasts, free parking on award stay, and access to priority rooms. Here are some things that I really love about Globalist status. With Hyatt Globalist status, you get access to a concierge. I refer to my concierge as like my executive assistant. They'll email the hotels for you, put in special request suite upgrades if you don't have any awards. They'll register you for special promotions even before you know these promotions are available. Sometimes I get an email that says you're registered, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know there was a promotion. If you have a special event coming up, your concierge will take care of that. You do have access to free breakfast, which we all love. It's usually 2 adults and 2 kids, and the kids' age in the US is under 18, but outside of the US, mostly it's under 12. And my absolute favorite benefit is booking advance point stays, meaning I can book a hotel without having the points in my account, and they will save my reservation for me up to 7 days before I get there. Now, this is great because you can book up to 13 months in advance. So even if you haven't earned the points yet, you can still hold your reservation. This year, I have Hyatt Globalist, and I'll have it until February of 2026. Now, the dynamics in my family is changing. My son is going off to college, and I'm like, do I need to have Globalist for you next year? He might be doing his own vacations. Nala's probably wanting to go with her friends. So it's debatable whether I'll have it again after this following year.
What?
Yeah, I thought about it this year, and the year
I can't
of
believe those words are coming out.
This is the year of simplification. You know, we have to streamline everything. We have to really assess what's important. It is important to me, but I also just had a thought like, do I really need it?
She's running out of Hyatts to stay at. She's moving on to Marriott, people.
Never
Going to be Marriott next.
I love the Hyatt experience. And this week, 2 people came to me and said that they loved the guest of honor stay that they had. One went to Orlando over Christmas break, and they were just like in amazement of the service, the quality of the property. And I was like, I'm glad I was able to give that to them. Another friend of mine called crying about how nice the people were to her at Hyatt. So the benefits of this status doesn't just extend to me, you know, it extends to people in your friends group, in your family. So being able to share this, I don't know, makes me want to go for it again. Some of my favorite stays at Hyatt were this very last stay at the Hyatt Regency Bangkok. I absolutely unequivocally put that in my top 3 hotel stays. The breakfast was great, service was great, and I love the location. And I think anywhere you're staying in Thailand would be great, but to stay at this Hyatt in Thailand just put the icing on the cake. Another favorite breakfast of mine was the Andaz in Papagayo. This was our first time. I remember when the lady told us we could have anything on the menu. We were high on the hog, bitch, even before we knew what that was. I think we were actually in hog heaven at that point. Some memorable hotel stays would also be at the Andaz Munich. That bathroom was the most beautiful bathroom I have ever seen. Recently, we stayed at Park Hyatt Kyoto, and it kind of lived up to the hype. I was glad I was able to stay there. I have it under my belt in my repertoire, and I'm like, this is a beautiful property. So I think because Hyatt is probably one of the younger ones, their properties are beautiful. Getting Hyatt status helps you experience these hotels on a different level than if you did not have the status.
Nicole, can you walk us through your thought process on what you're thinking about for achieving globalist status the following year? You said that you might not go for it. Can you walk us through that and why you might not, especially since you love it so much?
I do love it. So we're probably next year going to be a family traveling on vacation of 3. Hopefully it's 1. 2025, I'm hoping for more solo travels, okay? If it's just me, I mean, I could rough it. The time and effort I put into it was because we were always traveling together as a family. So I needed a place for us to stay together that was going to cover us with room and breakfast. But if I am planning to travel with just 2 or by myself, then I could find other means of accommodations that could be as luxurious and probably not include breakfast, but would give me the same level, but doesn't have a brand tied to it. I know this is like blasphemous to say this, right? Like the Hyatt girl's not going for global. I'm not saying that I won't. I'm just saying that today the thought crossed my mind that maybe I could diversify, as Serena would say.
Something important to note is if you're relying on Guest of Honor awards from us, that whole program is changing after February, where all globalists will get very limited Guest of Honor passes to gift out.
And Serena needs all of her.
I need all of them for my parents.
Serena doesn't have any to spare.
I don't. So just so you know, Nicole.
If you have some extra, please send them to Serena.
Yeah, and the program is changing. And I think it's with every program, things that used to be very simple and easy to achieve are taking a little more time, effort, and money. So that's one of the reasons also to consider whether status is worth it for you. You know, it'd be a good thing if Hyatt came out with an ultra premium credit card.
No.
$595?
$95?
No, $595.
$595.
Yeah.
Nicole, if everybody is globalist, then
Nobody is, yes.
Was there talk about there being a higher Hyatt card coming out with an even higher annual fee? Was that a rumor?
I just made that up.
I wasn't sure if that was a rumor that was out there.
Nicole, similar to you, I first earned my elite status, globalist status with Hyatt when they had some type of promotion when I got their credit card, and it made it easier to attain. Plus, a few years ago, you only needed 30 elite nights because we're coming out of the pandemic. Every year after that, there's been some type of promotion that I take advantage of because I don't physically stay 60 nights to earn my Hyatt globalist status. I think last year I had 62 elite qualifying nights. I earned 5 of those elite night credits because I have the Hyatt credit card. Some of those I got through spending on that credit card because every $5,000 that you spend on the personal credit card, you earn 2 elite qualifying nights. If you have the business version, you would get 5 elite night credits for every $10,000 you spend on the card. So that's a strategy for some people. They put a lot of spend on their credit cards, whether they have a business or other means. Some people use that strategy of spending money on their credit cards to earn elite qualifying nights. That way they don't have to physically stay with Hyatt. American Airlines and Hyatt also have had this partnership. In the prior years, they've allowed you to do a status match to make it easier for you. Now, my personal favorite is when they have the double elite qualifying nights. This means that for every elite qualifying night that you stay, you're actually earning 2 elite nights. I took advantage of this last year by staying at the Rio in Las Vegas, but for every night, I was earning 2 nights. So I think if I did a 4-night stay, I would earn 8 elite qualifying nights. And you can get really good deals at the Rio, especially Sunday through Thursday, where I was paying maybe like $30 or less out of pocket per night. And that was a great deal. Mitch did something similar. So I kind of went off of what he was doing. He was one of the first people down there when the Rio became part of Hyatt. So I'm looking forward to any of these promotions, and I might have to plan another quick to Vegas. Maybe I'll meet up there again and earn double elite nights.
Yeah, those Rio stays were great. That was kind of my strategy last year. I went in for it and I just did it. That's the problem though, is so the way that we got Globalist the first time around is we did those, I'm using my air fingers here, stays at the MGM back in the good old days. And once that dried up, did the Rio, got all those nights. And that was majority of our nights last year. Yeah, we had the promotions. Yeah, we had the stays. We got a couple of nights from the credit cards, but that was the main way that we were able to get Globalist. And if you watch episode number 47, I was actually at the Rio and I went through the whole thought process of why I wanted to go for 2 players in our household of having Globalist status, which is kind of paying off for this year. But you, Nicole, I kind of agree a little bit with, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for next year because I'm not seeing those low rates at the Rio anymore. Those really, really good rates, like the $20 rates. So I'm kind of wondering what my strategy is going to be this year. And is it going to be worth it to get Hyatt Globalist again for the following year? I don't know. That's something I got to think about. That's kind of where I am in my thought process.
So I have been very unlucky in the promotion department. I did not qualify for any fast tracks, and I sadly did not qualify for any double elite nights. So I had to earn it all the old-fashioned way, all 60 nights. And most of these nights were actually staying in hotels. We travel for sports, not sports viewing, but my kids play sports. And so we had a lot of soccer tournaments. We had to stay overnight for some swim competitions. And so we have a lot of Hyatt places that we stayed at, which added to our 60 nights. And then I've also earned elite nights by gifting my guest of honor passes. I've gifted these to friends and family. So that helps toward your elite night credits. Now, I have kept track of how many I've gifted, and I know that someone didn't use theirs, and I know who you are.
Oh?
Yeah. So you are not getting another one.
You don't have any to give anyways.
That's right. Well, that's my excuse going forward. I highly value Hyatt Globalist status, and I plan to continue working towards my 60 nights this year as well. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing that. We do have a lot of soccer travel coming up, so I think that will help a lot. But I'm just going to play it month by month, see how I do, and then evaluate as the year goes on. And if you would like to learn more about the Hyatt program, please check out episode 71, which is the ultimate guide to the best world of Hyatt brands.
And also check out episode 86, where I show you how I use my Hyatt Globalist benefits to stay at one of Bangkok's best Hyatt hotels. We told you our plans of earning Hyatt Globalist this year. We want to know, what are your plans? Do you plan to earn Hyatt Globalist? And if so, what are some hotels you would like to stay at this year? Let us know in the comments. We're excited to know what your 2025 Hyatt plans are. Mitch, you want to tell us about IHG?
Sure. So let's talk about the IHG One Rewards program. So for me, I think of this program, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of like my backup program when I can't get a good deal with Hyatt or Hilton. And there's only really one IHG property that we use with any frequency at all. It's the Crowne Plaza at Singapore's Changi Airport. We often use Singapore as a hub for our travels. We always enjoy doing a stopover there. And this property, it's so convenient for that because the rates here, they're not cheap. So I love it when I'm able to use one of our free night certificates there. It's just a great use of the credit card. So let's talk about the status. Let's go through all the levels of the IHG One Rewards program. So first off, they have silver status that starts at 10 nights. Gold starts at 20, or you can have 40,000 elite qualifying points. Platinum is at 40 nights or 60,000 qualifying points. And the diamond tier at 70 nights, or if you do 120,000 qualifying points, that's how you qualify for that. And then you can actually buy Intercontinental Ambassador status. And Miguel, we're going to talk about this in just a minute. But first, let's go through each of these tiers just for a minute. So I'll say I don't think there's anything really exciting or anyone would really care about the silver or gold status tiers. Their only compelling thing that when I look at the chart that I think anyone would have any interest in would be a late checkout of 2 p.m. I think the one that most people will care about is the Platinum Elite status, which you can get with most of their credit cards for free. This gives you access to the Reward Nights promotion and a couple of other perks like possible early check-in, complimentary upgrades, a welcome amenity. Now, if you really cared about diamond status, if you hold these cards and you spend $40,000 in a calendar year, plus, this is weird, but you got to make an additional purchase, you're going to get elite status through the next year. And at Diamond, there's a couple other perks. I don't think it's really worth spending $40,000 on a credit card, but it does come with breakfast. So there you go. $40,000 worth of IHG breakfast. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not sold on that. Now, they also do offer Intercontinental Ambassador status, which has two programs, and one is by invitation only, and the other is a paid program, and you can either pay cash or use your points when you do this. And here's the kicker. You get complimentary IHG Platinum status. And Miguel, I vaguely remember you had purchased this before, right?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I paid $200 for this IHG Ambassador status. It's not a status. I think it's the Platinum status, and it comes with this Ambassador add-on. And pretty much the main thing with that is that you're able to get a buy one, get one free for weekend nights at certain intercontinentals. Now, the play here is that if you stay at an expensive property that's more than $200 per night, you'll be better off. But I ended up not using that at all. I did try to use it. I looked at several intercontinental properties for places that I was traveling to see if it made sense, but it never did. So I ended up just losing these $200. Oh, well, I did have platinum status for a while, and pretty much all I got from that is getting additional points on paid stays that I did for work. So, really, does it really make sense? But I do think that this new revamp that they did with the rewards program is a lot better than what they had before. So this IHG Rewards 1 is pretty new. I would say a couple years old. And before that, it really wasn't competitive at all. Now they have these milestone rewards that you earn for all these elite nights that you stay with them. And you can actually get confirmed suite upgrades after staying so many nights. I'm not going to go for any type of IHG status, but I do think they improved recently.
So these milestone awards, whatever you want to call them with IHG, it's very similar to Hyatt, but the difference is this. If you don't select that award once you are given it within 90 days, you lose it and you don't get the opportunity to pick it. And they don't give you any consolation prize. With Hyatt, there's kind of like one locked in, but with IHG, it's either you pick it, and if you don't pick it within 90 days, it's gone. Poof, all that work for nothing.
Yeah, I had ambassador status just like Miguel. I paid the $200. I searched and searched to find these hotels that would be at above $200 to get the buy one, get one free. And I never found one. Just like Miguel, the $200 was lost. So again, everyone really has to evaluate, are the hotel status worth it for you?
Yeah, when I went through this list of the status with Diamond with IHG, I was looking at this and I'm like, none of this is compelling to me. And then the second thing that hit my mind was, I never stayed at an IHG. So why would I care about Diamond status? You're not going to find me at one. So I'll just stick with the Platinum status that comes free with the credit card.
And if I remember correctly, you are grandfathered into the $50 card with IHG, right?
Yeah, so we still have that card. And here's the thing, right? So I have my priority list of credit cards I want to get. I'm like Serena. So we've had this card, gosh, I want to say 4 or 5 years. And with Chase, I think it's every 2 years you can cancel a card, wait a little bit, and then get a new sign-up bonus on that card. It keeps coming around, every year the annual fee will pop up, and I just get stuck on that $50. I don't want to pay another $50 with a higher annual fee for this IHG card. I don't want to go from $49 to $99. I got that $50 mental block of I'll just keep this card and be fine with it and just wait to get that sign up bonus at another time.
Yeah, I would think I would keep it as well because that comes with a free night, right? So you can definitely use the free night and you're only paying $50 for that. So it's not really free, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the cons though is you can't add points to that free night certificate like you can with the new card. So I'm limited to the value of that being 35,000 points per that certificate. So with the new one, it's kind of like Marriott. You can add to it, but I can't add to this one.
Do you have trouble finding properties to use that certificate at?
Usually not, because we got 2 of them, right? And like I said, we just use Singapore as a hub. So I know good and well that we're just going to stay there at the Crowne Plaza. That's where I use that certificate. I'll be honest, I really don't look at any other IHG properties. There are a couple of aspirational properties that I would like to stay at, but as you say, Serena, they are very low on my list.
It doesn't sound very aspirational then.
Exactly.
I've never considered IHG status myself, and I'm one of those where if I have an IHG stay coming up, that is when I'm going to to look at status and whether I should pursue it or not. I don't have any on the books right now or that I'm planning for, so it's not on my list to look at all.
As exciting as IHG One Rewards really is, it's not. We can move on. You probably already skipped this segment anyway, and you're probably not even listening to it. Let's be honest. Let's talk about their credit cards, okay? So they are partners with Chase, and they have 3 branded credit cards. Well, if you count the one I have, technically they have 4, but you can't really get that one anyway. So the first main one that most people is going to want to have or get if you do care about the program, it has a $99 annual fee. It's the IHG One Rewards Premier Credit Card. Don't forget that falls under that Chase 524. It does come with an anniversary free night certificate, good up to 40,000 points per night. Now, unlike Marriott, you can add unlimited number of points to that certificate for a free night and stay at a higher level hotel. And they do offer that 4th night free on award stays. So Platinum Elite status, $50, and United Travel Bank cash per year. That's some of the perks and benefits that come with that card. The next one is the IHG One Rewards Premier Business Credit Card. It's got a $99 annual fee, and it pretty much mirrors the IHG One Rewards Premier Credit Card benefits. And then there's the no annual fee IHG One Rewards Travel Credit Card. This card's good basically for the sign up, and if you care about getting that 4th free night on award stays, that's pretty much the benefits and perks of that. Do you guys have any of these cards? I mean, it gives you the free platinum status for the 2 of them.
So I used to have the IHG cards, and I don't know why I got them. I guess I just wanted the points. I don't know. One of those impulsive decisions. But yeah, I opened it just for fun, got the points, and I used them. I don't have those cards anymore.
I don't, but I wish I did, because I think that benefit of getting the 4th free night on IHG award stays when you have one of these cards is a great benefit. I mean, this is better than, everybody else's 5th free night. Marriott, Hilton, they have this where, 5th free night when you redeem for points. With IHG, it's the 4th free night. That means you're getting 25% off your redemption instead of 20% off. I think it's worth it just for that alone.
You say it's worth it, but you couldn't even find one night to stay at IHG. How are you going to find
because
4?
that had to be an intercontinental. So the 4th free night is all IHG properties, the entire portfolio.
Okay.
So,
all right, I challenge you within the next 6 months to see if you can not necessarily book, but come up with an IHG property you'd like to stay at for 4 nights.
there's plenty of them. Aren't Sixth Sense part of IHG? I'll stay at those.
Yeah, Sixth Sense is best. Yeah.
There you go. Any of it. I'll stay at either one. Any of one. Are you paying?
You don't want to go to a summer camp in the Maldives?
No.
Listen, I'm not going to IHG. I think it's great for some people, but it's not for me.
I think we need to have a little flashback here for you, Nicole. Do you remember this moment?
Is there something below Mia? Like, it's not even on my phone. Put it in the trash. You said put it in the trash, not me.
You said put it in the trash.
Distinctly. Yes, I do.
So we may not be excited about the IHG program, but you might be. Please let us know in the comments if this is a program that you like or have status with. We'd love to know what you like about this program. But now let's talk about a program that I'm way more excited about, and that is the Hilton Honors program. Hilton has 4 member tiers. That is member, silver, gold, and diamond. These member tiers have a number of benefits, but I'm just going to list the ones that are most important. So with the member tier, anybody can be a member and it's free. All you have to do is sign up for the Hilton Honors program. And as a member, you will get no resort fees on reward stays. The next member tier is silver. You will get silver status after having 10 Hilton Elite nights. And with silver status, you will get the coveted 5th night free on reward stays. After 40 Elite nights, you will have gold status. Gold status will get you a daily food and beverage credit or continental breakfast in the US, and that credit varies by brand and region. And internationally, that will give you free breakfast. And then after 60 nights, you will get diamond status. And diamond status is where it's at because you will get space available room upgrades, executive lounge access, free breakfast, and a 100% points earning bonus on your stays. Now, the number of nights, I don't pay attention to any of that. Instead, I get the credit cards that give you automatic status. To get silver status, all you need is the Hilton Honors card, and this is a no annual fee card. To get gold status, you can get the Hilton Surpass card, the Hilton Business card, the American Express Platinum card, or the American Express Business Platinum card. And then for diamond status, you can get the Hilton Aspire card, or you can spend $40,000 in a calendar year on either the Hilton Surpass card or the Hilton Business card. So for me, I think diamond status is well worth it, especially if you're staying at a very nice international Hilton property. Now, in my family, we do have diamond status, and I want to know, what Hilton status do you guys have?
How many diamond statuses do you have? Everybody, all your players?
No, my husband has diamond status.
There's the we.
And what's interesting is we only stayed, he only had 5 elite nights at a Hilton last year, but he has diamond status thanks to a credit card, which is the Hilton Aspire card.
It's a great card.
It is. So I want to know what status you guys have.
I have no status with Hilton. I should. I used to have gold because I get it through my platinum card. But for some reason, last time, maybe it's a different card because I've had several iterations of the business platinum card. And at some point, I lost the status. Maybe it was one of the cards that I canceled. But I tried to reconnect it and it said there was an error. So I don't know. I don't stay at Hilton enough for me to try to get that fixed.
I'm in the same boat as Miguel. I had it through the platinum card, then I canceled the platinum card, and so now I'm back to having no status with Hilton.
I think you need to reconnect that before summer, right, Nicole?
Yes, I know I need to get the Aspire card before summer, but I'm just waiting until the very last minute because I have no Hilton stays, so maybe I should get it fresh when I go.
So are you all sitting down for this?
Oh dear.
Sitting down.
Okay, good. So I came across a no lifetime language link for the Hilton Aspire credit card. And I had it before, and then I downgraded because I had the platinum and went back to gold status. But I just got the Aspire credit card again, and now I have diamond status. So kind of excited about that because we stayed at the Conrad Centennial in Singapore, and I did 2 separate stays. I had an Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts one night stay, and then I did another night stay on points. And what they did is they gave us the status for both nights, and it was like the best of both worlds. They carried everything over and they counted everything all as one just because I had just gotten the Aspire credit card. Now, I think some people know this, but if you don't, it's almost immediate. The second you get approved for the card, they give you the diamond status because I was logged into my account and it kept saying gold. Then I applied for it on American Express, and I would say probably no more than 5 minutes later, I logged in and it said diamond status.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so
You're
fast.
on top of it.
Yeah, very fast.
So I should apply for this card on my flight to the hotel?
Don't cut it that close. Makes me
While you're in the
nervous.
lobby waiting to check in.
Exactly. Give me my free breakfast now.
So one of the great things about Conrad and Hilton hotels is they have an executive lounge. I love having diamond status for access to these lounges. Mitch, you showed me a video of the Conrad Centennial Executive Lounge there, and it looks massive.
Yeah, it was a big lounge. They had tea time with snacks. They had happy hour with food and snacks. They had breakfast, but I wouldn't go to breakfast up there. I'd go down to the restaurant. It was a really nice lounge. Great views too.
I loved my experience at the Conrad Osaka Lounge too. And that's why when I stay at properties like that, I would really make sure that I have diamond status before I go to have access. If you want to learn more about the Hilton program, please check out episode 81, where we go over the Hilton program in depth. And now Miguel is going to talk to us about Marriott.
Save the best for last, right?
Negative.
Personally, I don't think I have a favorite hotel program. I do like Hyatt a lot, but I think I like Marriott just as much. So don't fight me on this, Nicole. This is just my preference. They each have their pros and cons. And I do think Hyatt's status is better as far as the perks, but they have a much smaller footprint. So sometimes I can't stay at a Hyatt because there's not any options or as many options as Marriott. So that's why I like the Marriott portfolio. In a world full of hotels. Just kidding. Marriott has over 9,000 properties worldwide. It's one of the most extensive hotel loyalty programs. And if you have some of their elite status, that can help you with late checkouts, free breakfast at certain properties, suite upgrades. So earning elite status in the program can be pretty valuable. Let's break it down how you can earn elite status with Marriott and some of the benefit it offers and why you should consider it for your travels. Marriott Bonvoy elite status can be earned in three main ways: staying at Marriott properties, leveraging co-branded credit cards, or using a status match program. The most straightforward way to earn elite status is by accumulating enough elite night credits. This is whether they're paid or stays on points. There are 5 tiers of Marriott status. There is silver, which you earn with 10 nights per year, gold with 25 nights per year, platinum with 50 nights per year, titanium with 75 nights per year, and ambassador elite, which requires 100 nights plus $23,000 in annual spend at Marriott properties. Now, to earn these elite night credits, make sure to book directly through Marriott's website or app. Any stays that are booked through third parties like Expedia or Hotels.com will not earn elite night credits or points. If you don't stay dozens of nights per year, Marriott's co-branded cards can help you towards your elite status. Many of these co-branded credit cards offer elite night credits annually, and some even include complimentary elite status just by holding the card. The following cards come with 15 elite night credits each calendar year: the American Express Marriott Bonvoy Bevy, the American Express Marriott Bonvoy Business, the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Boundless, and the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Bountiful. The Chase Marriott Bonvoy Bold card only comes with 5 elite night credits. And finally, the American Express Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card comes with 25 elite night credits each calendar year. There's also a few cards that are closed to new applicants, like the Ritz-Carlton card, the Marriott Rewards Premier card, and the Marriott Bonvoy American Express card, which all come with 15 elite night credits as well. One of the good things about these cards is that you can actually stack some of these elite night credits. That means you can stack the business card issued by American Express and any of the personal cards, and you would get the elite night credits for both cards. For example, I have the American Express business card and I get 15 elite night credits through that. I also have the Brilliant card and have 25 elite night credits through that one. So I start the year on January 1st with 40 elite night credits. However, you cannot stack 2 personal cards. So the only ones you can stack is the business card and any of the personal cards. Now let's go on to the cards that come with complimentary elite status with Marriott. The Marriott Bonvoy Gold card comes with silver status. The Boundless card comes with silver status, but if you spend $35,000 a year, you will get gold status. The American Express business card, the Bevy, and the Bountiful all come with gold status automatically. The only card that comes with complimentary platinum status is the American Express Brilliant card. Again, with some of the cards that are close to new applicants, like the Ritz-Carlton card that comes with gold status, but you can actually get platinum status if you spend $75,000 a year in a calendar year. The American Express Platinum card and the Business Platinum card also get you Marriott Gold status as a complimentary benefit. Just like with Hyatt, I like the double elite qualifying night promotions because that's how I was able to earn titanium status, because I start the year with 40 elite night credits by holding the Brilliant card and the business card. And the other nights, I didn't stay the remaining nights. I stayed less than that, but through one of these double elite night credit promotions, I was able to get my 75 nights for the year. They also have this program where when you reach 50 elite nights, you can choose an award. And one of those awards is actually 5 elite qualifying nights. So you can use that to get closer to titanium, which is something I've done in prior years as well. So do you guys have any of these cards that give you merit status, or what merit status do you guys have?
So I used to have the Amex Business Platinum, and that gave you mid to lower level status with Marriott. But since I no longer have that card, I don't have any status with Marriott.
So I used to have a few of the Marriott cards, but I have since closed them. But I do now have Marriott Gold status because I hold the American Express Business Platinum card.
And Mitch, if I remember correctly, you have lifetime platinum status.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to roll your eyes because that's, that's what everyone lives for. Yeah, I got lifetime and I got a couple of the cards, but I just used the free night certificates. Trying to earn status with them doesn't mean a lot to me because I already have it.
Yeah, I noticed you said that IHG was your backup to Hyatt and Hilton. So I was like, where's Marriott? I didn't say anything, but now that we're talking about it.
I heard the story of a gentleman who worked really hard to get lifetime platinum status with Marriott so that he never has to stay there again. And I was like, what's the point? Will we be like that with other lifetime status? Like by the time you get like a lifetime globalist, do you think like, oh my God, I'm so done with Hyatt, I never want to stay there? Or does that mean like, oh my God, I finally made it? I don't know. What is your ... And now you can what?
I think we're all in this for the game, right? So if you no longer have to work for it, it's not as fun. So I feel like if we had lifetime globalists, you'd probably stay at Hyatt a lot less because you'd be trying to gain whatever other programs there are out there.
You know, that's interesting, Miguel. For me, the game is kind of exhausting. So I'm not sure I'm in it for the game. I'm in it for the perks, for the free breakfast, for the upgrades, but I'm not sure I like the chasing part.
But now your mind's not occupied with how you're going to earn globalist this year. So it'll be free to be thinking of, you'll be hearing about other promotions with Marriott and Hilton and whatever. And you'll be like, should I do that? Because you're not worried about how to earn status with Hyatt anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it's chasing the game. I think it's chasing the requirements for the status. And we gamify it, right?
That's a game.
Fine.
Now, I also mentioned the status match. Those type of opportunities are ever changing, but that is another opportunity for Marriott status if you don't have one of the credit cards, which is probably one of the easiest way, right, to get Marriott Elite status, all the way up to Platinum if you get the Brilliant card. There are status match opportunities. Currently, as of recording, they have a partnership with United, Air Canada, Singapore Airlines. So if you have status with any one of them, you could leverage that so you don't have to start from scratch with a Marriott and probably get like gold or something, but that's why it's much easier to just get a credit card. If you want to learn more about the Marriott Bonvoy program, we had a whole episode on that, episode 79, maximizing your Marriott Bonvoy points. You could check that out because we talk everything about Marriott, that including some of our favorite ways to redeem. So check that out. I know Nicole isn't a fan of Marriott, but I am. It does have some drawbacks. For example, you might still have to pay resort fees, even if you're staying on points, which is not something that we like to do around here. But I think there is good value in the program itself. I, for one, am probably still going to go for, well, I have Platinum automatically with my card, but I'm probably going to go for Titanium, especially if there's a double elite night promotion going on.
We just covered 4 hotel status. We want to know, which status do you have? Which program is your favorite? Are you a free agent like Serena? Or are you a loyalist of Hyatt like myself? Do you want to marry Marriott like Miguel? Or are you dipping your toes into the IHG water like Mitch? Let us know which status you have. Which hotel programs you like. We're excited to have a discussion in the comments.
All right, that's it for now. I want to thank all of our hosts. Serena.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Miguel.
Later.
And we're going to see you next week, Nicole.
See you guys next week.
And I'm Mitch Shannon. Make sure you sign up for our email newsletter. Just snap the QR code right now on your screen for the latest and everything going on in the points and miles world. We're going to see you here next Friday. Thank you for watching and listening.
Let's get to the points.com.